Hey guys, welcome back. We're doing a series where we rank every shiny Pokemon in each generation. This is episode 4, which means generation 4 Pokemon. Let's get into it. Starting off right at the bottom, we're putting Cherum's Sunshine form. Its other form will be later in the video, but Sunshine form, awful shiny. Next we have Happiny, also very bad. Gastrodon and Shellos follow that, both forms, and it's not a lot of change, and what does change is just not good. Garchomp is such a disappointing shiny because its pre-evolutions are completely fine, but it's so bad. Manaphy is also very disappointing because Fiona isn't that bad, and then Manaphy is just like, eh. And plus it's a really hard shiny to get, and it's a mythical, so Wormadam and Burmy follow suit. Again, not a lot changes, not that good. A lot of people like Leafeon shiny, I think. I'm not a huge fan of it, and I might get flack for putting it this low, but here it is. Chingling is one of my favorite baby Pokemon, and it's sad that the shiny's kind of bad. Hippowdon and Hippopotas, both forms of each, not that good. Cherubi, also not that good. Munchlax, the only reason I like it a little bit is because it follows suit from Snorlax, but other than that, I just wish it had a better shiny. Abomasnow and Snover, not bad, alright? It's a subtle change, but it's not awful. Bibarel and Bidoof are such memeable Pokemon that it doesn't really matter that their shinies aren't amazing. I just think that they're funny Pokemon, but their shinies are just going to go right here. Similar to Leafeon, Glaceon also has a lot of following behind it. I don't see it, honestly, and when I saw other people hunting it, I honestly was like, could they tell the difference? I see now there's a difference, but it's just, eh. Electivire's this high because of the blue on it. Other than that, it would have been lower. I also really like Mantike as a baby Pokemon, and I don't think the shiny's awful. Frostlass, also not an awful shiny. Pretty good, subtle. Magnezone, I think one of my quickest hunts ever. And it's not an awful shiny. It's basically just the dot in the middle of its face, but that's pretty good. Magmortar, its all red look is just kind of off-putting a little bit, but it's also not an awful shiny. Lumineon and Finneon are next. Not bad shinies, pretty decent. I really like Ambipom because it copies the shiny from Apom, but not an amazing shiny to begin with, but still pretty good. I really wanted to put Heatran higher on the list, but come on, just pink eyes, like, I almost failed it when I hunted it a long time ago. Staravia and then Starly, if they had the blue that Staraptor had, they'd be much higher on the list. Arceus, you know, at least it changes more than Manaphy, but, you know, it could have been better for the god of all Pokemon. Mamoswine's not bad, it's just kind of got like a gross green shiny, which sometimes I really like on a Pokemon, so, you know. Torterra, I really wish it did the same thing that its pre-evolutions did, but it went from a nice bluish green to like a very kind of gross green, which is fair because it's like an earthy Pokemon. Togekiss is pretty similar to its pre-evolutions, and that's something I kind of like. Cherrim Overcast form will go here, much better than the other form, but also, I don't know, it's a pretty nice shiny. Kricketune and Kricketot are next, and I just like their shinies, they're pretty good. Fion is what Manaphy could have been. Literally just changed the stone color on Manaphy and it would have been so much better. Piplup's nice. The blue is a little weird how it changes to a little bit just of a lighter blue, I guess, but the gold on the beak makes it a lot better. I don't really know how I feel about Drapion. It's not awful. It's not amazing. It's just like a decent shiny. Same goes with Miss Magius. It's like one of those gross green shinies that I don't hate, so it's like I don't want to put it too low, but it's also not an awful shiny. I'm taking off my headphones. Chimchar is next. It's just sunburnt, which is fair. You know what? I'll allow it. Badoo's pretty subtle. Not subtle enough for you not to notice it, but like just one little thing changes, and I really like it. It's like a bow tie or like a bib. I like it. Rotom also kind of got the sunburn that Chimchar did, but it's still pretty good. Probopass follows the pattern that its pre-evolution did. It's great. I think it's a funny Pokemon, so here it is. Rhyperior's got a really nice gold on it. It's shiny. I mean, I think that was probably one of the best things they could have done with the shiny. Maybe a blue, but I think gold's good. I used to hate Carnivine shiny. I used to hate Carnivine, but it's grown a lot on me, and its shiny definitely has grown on me. It's more of like an autumn color, and I like it. Purloin and Purugly are next. They're just decent shinies. Skuntank and Stunky follow, and again, they're just pretty decent shinies. I like the red, though. Licky Licky's just like its pre-evolution. I really like the pattern that Gen 4 has made with all these evolutions matching their pre-evolutions. It's really great. Vespiquen and Combee are next. Pretty good shinies. That's another shiny I used to not like, but I like them now. Bastiodon and Shieldon, really nice yellow, really nice blue, love them. Regigigas, also a really cool shiny. I think it would have been better if the white probably changed, but other than that, it's good. Staraptor is what its pre-evolutions could have been. I mean, it follows suit, it just adds some blue in there, which does a lot for it. I didn't know if I wanted to put Palkia this high, but I'm going to allow it. I think that the pink instead of the purple does a lot more than I initially thought it was, but it's pretty good. Grottle is a great shiny. It's got the greenish blue in there, and the only problem I have with it is like the Grotius green on the bottom, but I don't think it's awful. Roserade again follows its pre-evolution. It's a great shiny, kind of subtle. It's good. Lopunny and Baneri are next. What else can you ask for? They're pink. I mean, like, you gotta love them. Bronzong and Bronzor are nice. It's I think it's one of the first shiny Pokemon I've ever seen, and I thought they were pretty cool, and I still think they are. Prinplup and Empoleon are next. I think that they did Piplup's shiny justice and added more blue that is nicer, and I honestly didn't think that these shinies could change a whole lot, but they did pretty good with what they had. Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf are next. In that order, I think that the colors on their heads are pretty cool that they don't change, and they all have the same matching color scheme. It's really cool. I love Mine Jr. as a Pokemon. I know I keep saying I love these baby Pokemon, but they're all just so good, and this shiny is really good. Dialga is up here. It's another Pokemon I used to not really like the shiny of, but honestly the green and bluish color has grown on me. Gible is a great shiny that I wish Garchomp would have followed. Monferno and Infernape are here. They also got the sunburn look, but they have more coloring to them, which adds a lot more. Honchkrow also following its pre-evolution shiny, and it adds more color, and it's great. I love Pachirisu shiny. Not a whole lot changes. It just goes from like a blue to pink. To be fair, not a lot could change, but I still love it. Darkrai is such a cool Pokemon. It's such a cool shiny. I love the dark purple because you can't just change it to like a really light color. It's Darkrai. It has to be scary and dark. So the fact that they pulled this off is really cool. Dusclops made the colors a little bit lighter and still worked, which I thought was really cool. The only problem I have with Dusclops is that it doesn't follow its pre-evolution shinies. I like Tangrowth as much as I like Tangela. They basically just fix what the original Pokemon should have looked like if they're vines, but you know, whatever. Both Shaman forms are really cool. I really like the light blue. I love them. Gabite is the best of its line. I think that all of the shinies in the line should have looked like that. I love Gible, but Gabite, come on, it's so good. Rampardos and Cranidos are really good shinies. The red somehow does so much for it, and it's just great. Floatzel and Buizel go to a gold, which is like you wouldn't think necessarily works because of the when in doubt, golded out thing that everyone hates. But I think it works great. Gallade, instead of going to the lighter blue that its pre-evolutions use, it stays with a darker blue, and I actually really like it. It adds some similarity to the pre-evolutions and yet differs. Gliscor is also another shiny I didn't really like for a while. A bunch of people bragged about how good it was, and then I eventually fell in love with it. There's a lot of shinies on this list that I guess I didn't like before, but now I just really grown to like them. Like Weavile is next. The pink and yellow used to clash in my mind, but now I think they just go together so well. Chatot is just a really cool Pokemon. I think the shiny's pretty good. I think it's an underrated Pokemon and people need to talk about it more. Toxicroak and Krogunk, really good shinies. I don't really know what else to say. They're just really good. Scorpy is what Drapion should have been. Drapion was a little red, but it could have been so much better and matched with Scorpy. Riolu and Lucario are just really good shinies in my opinion, even though they're really weird and like it seemed like a big risk to make them this, and yet it worked. Turtwig is what I chose in Shiny Hunted in BDSP, and I think it's a great shiny, a great Pokemon. Porygon Z literally matches the other two Pokemon, which all are in different generations, so I'm really happy that they all match the same color scheme, and it's such a good shiny. Luxray, Luxio, and Shinx. Some people consider them some of the best shinies. I think they're top tier. They're really good. I love them. Bonsly made it this high just because I really like the red. I don't know why Bonsly and Sudowoodo are just really close to my heart. I like them. This may come as a surprise to some people, but number 7 is Cresselia. I know a lot of people love this shiny, and I also love it, but I think there's some better ones. Yanmega pulls off the blue so well. It somewhat follows the color scheme of Yanma's shiny, but I think it's just a great Pokemon. Drifloon and Drifblim, really cool shiny Pokemon. I love the yellow. The purple to yellow is just so good, and they deserve this spot. Coming in at number 3, we have Spiritomb. It's a really cool Pokemon, really unique Pokemon, and the shiny also is super cool and unique. Guys, please don't hate me for number 2, but I'm going to give it to Giratina. I know a bunch of people probably want this as number 1, but I mean, I just love number 1. And coming in at number 1, we have shiny Mothim. Supercell is hunting for it for me in BDSP. She actually got it. It's such a great shiny. I love the Pokemon, and I hope you guys agree with the spot. I'm going to regret this, but guys, if you disagree with any of my rankings, feel free to comment down below how wrong I was. I know I get that anyways, so I might as well encourage you guys to do it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the support. I can't wait to do Generation 5, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Bye!